Well, howdy there, Internet people. It's Bo again. So today we are going to talk about an announcement out of Indiana, out of Indianapolis, Indiana, and what it means. What it means for the people there, and what it means for people in a lot of places who may not have understood what was going to happen. A whole lot of people did understand what was going to happen because a whole lot of people talked about it before it ever did happen. In fact, when this news broke, my phone just blew up because of everybody tagging me. So this is part of a statement from Eli Lilly. As a global company headquartered in Indianapolis for more than 145 years, we work hard to retain and attract thousands of people who are important drivers of our state's economy. Given this new law, we will be forced to plan for more employment growth outside of our home state. This new law, unsurprisingly, is one of those laws that's being pushed since that Supreme Court reversal. You know, the one taking away half the country's rights. Now, Lilly is afraid that they're going to have trouble recruiting, getting people to move to a state that is curtailing the rights of half the population. They're worried about that because they should be worried about it. They're right. They're not going to be able to recruit to get people to move there. So they're moving the jobs outside of Indiana. Thank your state legislature for that. Now, this is something that a whole lot of people knew was coming and has been talked about for a while. But you still have some people living in denial saying, oh, well, it's just one company. Okay, let's pretend that's true for a second. Sure, but it's a company that's been there for 145 years. That company has called that state home for longer than a whole lot of states have even existed. If I'm not mistaken, it's worth a little bit more than $250 billion. And I want to say it's one of the largest employers up there. But the new jobs, well, they'll be elsewhere. That seems like a pretty big loss. But the reality is, it isn't just one company. Lilly's in a unique position. If you need their products, you're going to buy them. You're not going to say, oh, no, they went woke. They have a political decision I don't agree with. I'm not going to buy my meds. That's not going to occur. So they can make this announcement. You need to be worried about all of the companies that can't publicly say it, but are doing the exact same thing. Companies that have consumer-facing operations, they don't want to upset the small portion of the population that is in support of these laws. So they're just going to move their jobs elsewhere and not say anything because they're still going to have the trouble with recruiting. This isn't a surprise to anybody except the Republican Party. They wanted to claim credit for Kansas. Oh, look, we're defenders of democracy. Kansas chose and they decided they want choice. Yay, that's us. We did that. No, that's not what happened. This is your victory. Less jobs. That's the Republican Party victory. But that's just step one of their victory. Step two is more kids. Cause and effect. You take away family planning, you're going to have more kids. A lot of them are going to be unplanned. They're going to need assistance. Then, in 5 or 6 years, they're going to end up going to school. But your jobs are leaving. The good jobs, they're going to be gone. So your jobs are getting worse and your taxes are going to get higher. Or education is going to get worse, one of the two. This is your state on Republican leadership. States that enacted this kind of legislation, will have a serious economic downturn. It'll start now, but it's not going to get bad for 5 or 6 years. That's when it's really going to get bad. And by then, don't worry. They'll find something else to blame it on and pretend like it wasn't entirely their fault because they chose to embark on a multi-decade campaign to strip half the nation of their rights based on polling from the 70s that they never updated. When they started this, yeah, it was a winning political position, something to energize the base with. That's not the case anymore. It's wildly unpopular. This is just the first part. It's not one company. There's a bunch. They just can't all announce it. It's going to get worse from here. The economies of these states will suffer dramatically. Anyway, it's just a thought. Y'all have a good day.